Today, I'm going to give you a 5-minute routine that you can do every day. Something very simple that will change your marriage. It'll change your home life. Years ago, I noticed that when I would come home in a bad mood, and there's many reasons why. It could have been work, but a lot of times it was because I was listening to talk radio and I thought the world was going to end. But I'd come home in a bad mood, and I noticed as soon as I walk in the door, this bad mood would change my whole family. You could just see when I walked in that door, the smiles kind of disappear because Dad's in a bad mood. My wife, we used to have a rule, which I think is a good one. We'd all meet at the door when someone came home. Everyone from the family. That way you don't miss each other. You have a moment. But if I came in a bad mood, I ruined that moment. And the rest of the night had a chance to not be good. I mean, could end up just in a fight, or end up in a night where we weren't talking, we weren't communicating, and that's not what I wanted. But because I came home in a bad mood, that's what happened. So I did something that changed that, and this is what it was. So I always had long drives wherever I worked, it seems like, and I still have a 45-minute drive today. But and on that long drive, 5 minutes before I came home, I would change what I would do. The Bible talks about husbands in the same way, live with your wives in an understanding way. And I knew my wife needed me to come home in a good mood every night, or in a mood, maybe not just a good mood, but just in a mood that wasn't bad. So I didn't change everything. I could just watch how much it hurt our relationship. So I decided that the 5 minutes before I came home, I would start thinking about how I could serve my wife, or what my wife needed if we were texting that day. Or I think I even started this before we were texting, before we had cell phones that would text. But I would start thinking about her. I would start thinking about some of the things that she needs. If we've talked that day and she had a rough day, I might even stop at the store. Her favorite candy bar is the Snickers, and it was really easy just to buy a Snickers, and she loves it when I think about her, and buy her something. She just loves to be thought about, and those kind of things. Or I'd come in the door and without a bad attitude, and it was amazing how much that changed the whole evening. If I came on a bad evening or bad attitude before, it would be a 70-30, 70 that evening's going to be bad, and 30% that it could be good, or maybe even 80-20. But when I changed this, the evenings rarely went south, and it gave me a new, what would you say, a new desire to be home. Okay, a new, because I knew I was going to serve. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm not distracted. I'm trying to focus on how I'm going to serve my wife and what she needs. It just helped the whole evening. It gave me a purpose, And I get this. It's kind of like a 5-minute warm up before you work out. I do jujitsu, and the older I get, I'm 48 now, and the older I get, I have to warm up more. And so I go to warm up. And this is like a going home to warm up. I warm up before I work out. I warm up. If I used to get in a routine for wrestling matches, all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm doing now. And men do it for all kinds of sports. Why don't we do it when we go home? I mean, if we worked out every day, we would do a warm up every day. So I think this is huge. This is hugely important, to do that 5-minute warm up. So there's something crazy I did before I would come in to the house. or I was on the road, the last minute of that or last 30 seconds, I would just smile. Because I don't smile normally. I'm not a big smiler, but I would be in the car just smiling away. And I did that just so I could be in that right frame of mind. So what this does for you, put your focus on serving. I mean, servant leadership. I'm sure you've heard that term. Serving your family, serving your wife, but it also gets you ready if things are crazy at home. Because sometimes when you come in that door, things are a little crazy. Kids are going a little crazy. Kids and mom might be going back and forth, or everyone's had a bad day and you come home. I usually came home before everyone else, or not before, after everyone else was home. But it gets you ready for that. If you're not ready, you're going to react in a way that is possibly not good. And most of the time I did. I would react in a way and get mad because things weren't perfect the way it should have been. But if I do that 5-minute home warm up, let's say, and getting home warm up, getting that routine daily. I mean, maybe I used to write some stuff on a 3-by card. Oh, my wife needs this. I need to encourage her here in this, or it just puts you in that frame of mind. I am going home to serve my family. So when you walk through that door, no matter what happens, you're ready. You're ready to be the dad, the husband that you need to be. And I think I know it helped me, and I've been married 24 years, and it's been a huge help. And it only takes 5 minutes. I challenge men, you should do this. You should try it for a month. I say the 30-day home, let's say what would be the home warm-up challenge. Maybe I'll call it that. And write what happens at the bottom of this. Leave your comments and write. But it could have I know it could have an impact, because it did on mine. And it makes the home life so much more desirable, so much more fun to come home. You have a purpose. I'm coming home to serve my family. It's not all about me. Men can be very selfish, or at least I can. But I challenge you, men, 5 minutes before you come home, plan, pray, do whatever you can to make that initial walk through the door good. Make it to where everyone, you set the tone of the home a lot of the times. And I used to set the wrong one, but this can change, so you can set the right one. So if this is stuff you'd like, please subscribe. The Read Lynn podcast is here to help men just to grow in Christ and to re-enlist into the fight for their homes, for their country, and for their faith. And I hope you will continue to join us. I'll throw up some more videos that we have. We have verses that are, we have what I call battle verses that I do. We have a bunch of battle verses that you can watch, and that'll just help you with your walk. So those will be up on the side. And until next time, stay in the fight.